Hi, this is Jean Adrienne with Healing Arts Alliance, and I'm speaking today with Norma Reesor and Joanne Mendez, and we're focusing today on EMF, what it does to your home and your body specifically, and what you can do to clean your space up so that you can stay as healthy as possible. So, Joanne, how did you get started focusing on EMF?
I'm a family nurse practitioner, and I was concerned about my patients, my family, and I took a class with Dr. Ibrahim Karim about 2 years ago. His work, he's an Egyptian architect, and he basically taught us how to measure compression waves. So with a neutral pendulum, if I take a battery, you will see that the positive pole of the battery goes clockwise. If I flip the battery over, it goes counterclockwise. If this battery was completely exhausted, its polarity would be flipped, just like the human body. So now I wanted to protect my house, and one thing that Dr. Karim uses is the cube. This cube will cover about 2,500 square feet. If I place it here on this napkin, you will see that there's a strong positive pole and it's going clockwise. If the field in the house is going counterclockwise, you want to correct it. This is one way of correcting it. Another way of correcting it is using a tensor ring, and then on top of the tensor ring, placing a sphere. And then this is also an expanded field, taking those compression waves that are toxic into a beneficial, biologically friendly compression wave. This will cover about 2,500 square feet of most homes. Again, it's best to measure it. The third way that I was able to change compression waves was with a dolmen. A dolmen is a set of bricks. And if you see these bricks, let me see. I want the two bricks to go east and west. If I take this off, okay, and collapse this field again, you will see that it's going counterclockwise. These two bricks are in a east and west parallel, which is basically the electric pathways. I'm trying to tie into the electromagnetic field. As soon as I place this on top, the field goes into a clockwise rotation. This is like a mini Stonehenge. And you can do one in the house. If you have 2 stories, you put another one on the second story. You put one in your yard, and then measure. And you want to have your living space in a clockwise rotation. If I want to measure my body, I can go 4 inches above my body, and I'm measuring the energy field or the auric field of my body. I can go over all my 7 chakras, and each chakra should be going clockwise. In today's world, because of 4G, 5G, smart meters, and cell phones, we're seeing people in a counterclockwise rotation. That's causing stress and inflammation. It's affecting their immune system.
So, this dolmen looks like that's inexpensive and easy, and anybody can do that in their house.
Everybody has 3 bricks or 3 pavers, or they can go to Home Depot or Lowe's and find 3 pavers.
Exactly.
It is very simple to put together. I would still measure to make sure that you are correcting the space. There are rare situations where you might have to put a couple dolmens down. I've done yards where I've had to put 3 dolmens. It's rare, but it occasionally happens.
And you mentioned this tensor ring. Can you hold that up again?
Yeah, so this tensor ring, even though it looks like just a copper ring, it actually is made a specific way, and there's a field. If I had a gas discharge visualization, you would see this glow. It actually has a field that it's putting out. I carry one on my body. I also, if I'm at the keyboard, there's one at my keyboard or laptop. If I have a cell phone, I've got one taped to the back of the cell phone. The cell phone or any wireless device, if you touch it, your field will collapse because of that detrimental compression waves coming off of that device. So you want to correct it, and this is correcting your field.
So how can our viewers get their hands on tensor rings?
I would go to tensorring.com, and the person is Marlon Peters, and he will be happy to help you. There's going to be a flyer that it will be attached to this
Right.
video, and they should be able to find contact information there.
So on average then, how much is a tensor ring?
This is about $20.
Okay, that's not bad.
And this is about $40.
Okay,
How
about the
it
cube?
May be 45, and the cube is $250.
okay.
Now the cube, one thing it will do is it will build up a static charge. So every couple of days you have to rinse it or tap it. So it's beautiful, but it does require some care, almost like a plant.
So for pennies or $20, you
Yes.
can start this process of cleaning up your home and then effectively cleaning up your body.
Absolutely.
So you do energy audits on people's homes, right?
I do. I will go into their home, their office. I've even corrected cars, and they notice a difference.
Yeah.
They feel lighter. The stress is gone. Their chakras are turning clockwise. It's very beneficial. I've seen people with grand mal seizures on a daily basis go down to rare occasional petite mal seizures. I've seen people with severe headaches and restless leg. It's gone. It's because your body is voltage. I encourage people to look at the work of Dr. Jerry Tennant, Healing is Voltage, and they will learn that it's electron donors versus electron stealers. The more electron donors you have, the healthier you are. The more electron stealers you have, the increased stress of your body you have.
Gotcha.
So you want to learn about where can we have more electron donors.
So is it all right for people to contact you?
Absolutely.
Okay, and how would they reach you?
My number is 850-339-0443.
Okay,
My email address is jcmendez@earthlink.net.
perfect. Okay, so when you go to a person's home to do this audit, what do you do?
I first go to the smart meter and I show them how toxic this space is.
Okay,
And I also show them trees should be going clockwise, and trees today are under tremendous stress. Most trees that I'm measuring are going counterclockwise. I will set up a dolmen for them, and they will see immediately the space going clockwise. Then we go inside the house, we measure the space inside the house, and we place dolmens and start looking at everything that they touch that could be collapsing their field. And we make the space what Dr. Kareem would call BG3.
okay, and what does that BG3 mean?
That is a sacred space, and in his measurements you have 3 categories that are present. Harmonic ultraviolet light, harmonic gold, and horizontal negative green. When those 3 things are present, you have a healthy living space.
Perfect.
Similar to any type of sacred space that you would be in.
Wonderful. So this has been quite interesting, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what you find out in my home. Now, we're not going to video this because it would involve walking it all through the house, but I will post a comment after Joanne does this test on my house here to see what she found and how the dolmen remedies it. So again, if you have any questions, you can contact Joanne directly, 850-339-0443. And thank you all for being present with us today. And thank you, Joanne, and thank you, Norma.
Our pleasure.